is the mic not working? There we go. Mic works. This doesn't want to work today. The hell? There we go. Yes. Screen share. It's work today. There we go. Okay. I don't know why it's still loading my face or something. The hell? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What's up, Obama?
Yo.
Yo, what's up, my guy?
That's dope.
What's up, dude?
What? I have a question for my classes for next year.
Oh, yeah. Nice, dude. Yeah, do it. What's up? What's up, dog?
Okay. What's that financial course called for high school? I forgot what it's called.
Economics or what?
Personal finance. Personal finance.
You have a personal finance class?
Should I take it or not?
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's dope.
I would 100% take a
'Cause
personal finance class.
I can either take that or like some medical interventions, but I don't really like the class.
Medical interventions,
take-
dude? What the fuck is medical interventions? What is that? It's like,
Yeah, I don't really
don't
like.
overdose
I'm
on
just
drugs.
taking it 'cause, no, our
The
school
fuck
has a requirement. We have to take
Oh,
2 years
okay.
of an elective, and I just completed them this year.
Okay, so what? Your elective choices are personal finance or don't die? That's what, when I hear medical intervention, I'm like, yeah, just don't die.
I don't like. I mean, I don't like the class. My friends keep telling me One of my friends says I should go, but I'm like, nah.
Go to
There's no
what?
point. I don't like the class.
What class?
I guess on the test,
What class? What class do you not like?
human body systems.
Oh,
That's
okay.
medical interventions comes after that. So
Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, go take personal finance. I think it's the one thing that's, severely lacking, and one thing that I wish that I took when I was your age was personal finance, because like I have no idea how finances work. It's bad.
they teach you taxes too, right?
They probably teach you taxes. Yeah, I had to figure out taxes myself, and like I remember some of my buddies in grad school, didn't figure it out exactly, and then they got fucking audited, and that fucking sucks. Like when the IRS starts coming after you, man. Oh, they're not good. They get their money and some, dude. It's not the best.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be
Yeah,
in prison.
I think personal finance is probably one of the most important classes. We've had this on our AMAs, right? We've had like people say that how important it would be to know like some personal finance at your age. Like it changes the game. Like being able to set up a budget, understanding how like money works and like how to allocate for things, super important.
Yeah, I think I'll probably choose it then.
Nice. What do you take, math
But
or
I'm not
science?
sure about Spanish too.
What do you take for math or science?
Science, physics. I'm not sure. My
Go
school
ahead.
also has a GPA requirement for how much APs we can take. So
Wait, there's like a limit?
take AP Physics, huh?
Is there a limit to how many you can take?
Yeah, I think it's 4.
I mean, I think that's
they don't
healthy.
allow you to take 5.
Per year, yes. I think 4 APs is a lot in 1 year. I wouldn't do more than 4. That's you're asking for like some trouble there.
I'm taking 3, but they're like basic ones, like Spanish, English, and history. They're like the basics. They're not too hard.
Have you taken any AP sciences?
No, and for a good reason.
Why? What's a good reason?
I did not
What?
pay attention. So freshman year, remember when I told you I screwed up freshman year really
I
bad?
know. Do I remember when you first started in the server here? You had like D's and F's.
That's dope.
Well, it's not
No,
dope.
that's the reason. That's the reason I'm scared of science. Math, I'm not scared of that much anymore because, well, I'm doing pretty good.
I think you can
Can't
make
lie.
the same. You can make the same turnaround in science, dude. We saw you go from like a D and F student to having Mama Jeffy crying in like parent teacher conferences to like now you're getting A's and stuff, dude, and like pre-calc. That's dope. You
True.
can do the same thing in science, man. It's if anything, I think it's easier. Like math is pretty tough, honestly.
So I think I have the. I'm not sure though because of my GPA, but if to take AP Physics, we have to take AP Calc.
Okay, you probably have to take it concurrently, which means you have to take it at the same time. That's what concurrently means.
Yeah.
Because you need some calculus for physics. A little bit. It's honestly not that much. And really, like if you really wanted to, I could teach you the calculus you need for physics. It's not that hard.
And I guess I'm still
Yeah.
deciding though, because I don't want to take like those hard ass classes senior year. Like I just want to just chill out. Like
No, bro. No.
what do you mean
I know.
no?
I know the senioritis, the like, I'm done, I don't give a fuck. Like, I get it, bro. I get it. I get it. And maybe you can do that towards like the end of senior year. But trust me, man, if you can use all the time you have in high school to like knock out shit that you don't need to take later in college, you will thank yourself 1,000 times over. Like, trust me. And you can have way more fun in
Yeah.
college, dude. You can have way more fun in college, dude. Like chilling in high school. If you like chill in high school, then you have to work harder in college. But if you work hard in high school, then you can party more in college. And partying in college is a lot better than chilling in high school. I'll just let you know that it's great, you know. So kind of look at that as like the motivation. I know.
What if I don't pass the AP exams though?
It's okay. It's okay if you don't pass them. I mean, I want you to pass them, and I think you're smart enough to pass them. But you need to take them at least. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, man.
You're not wrong. You're not
Right?
wrong, but
I mean, I think fucking Michael Jordan said that, so, like-
everyone says you shouldn't take physics, you shouldn't take calculus. If you didn't take AP pre-calculus, don't take it. Like everyone keeps saying that.
No,
Or if
no,
you- or
you
if you
you
don't-
can take physics because first of all, you have me in your back corner, right, dude, bro? I teach so much AP physics. You know, I even do whole courses on it. I do walkthroughs. Like, you have a great resource that can help you with AP physics. It's free. It's here 3 times a week. You don't gotta fucking pay for it. So I would say take it and then just take advantage of like the stuff that we have here on the stream, and you'll be fine.
True.
And then you get out of physics in college, which I don't know what you want to do in college, but if it's anything engineering or science related, you're going to have to take either physics or chem. You're going to have to take one of those. And so you can either take AP Chem in high school and knock out the chem credit so you don't have to do it in college, or you can take AP Physics and knock out the physics credit. I would highly recommend. I knocked out both, but you should knock out one of those.
Yeah, I don't think we have AP chemistry in my
Oh,
school.
you don't? Yeah,
My school's
AP
pretty
Chem-
small, actually.
Okay. Well, if you have AP Physics, take advantage of it for sure. Yeah. Do you know if it's AP Physics C or AP Physics 1?
C.
Yeah, that's
Is
the
that
calculus
hard
based.
or easy?
It's well, okay. AP Physics C is calculus based, whereas AP Physics 1 is algebra based. It is hard to do physics without calculus. So, in some ways, AP Physics 1 is supposed to be easier, but I find it harder to teach because you have to like do these like kind of around the whatever ways to like explain physics without calculus. It's a lot easier to explain physics with calculus. Calculus was invented for physics. Like Isaac Newton literally sat down and he's like, I want to study physics. How the fuck am I going to do it? And he's like, I need to create a new math. And that's what he did. He created calculus for physics. Yeah.
I mean,
Do it.
bro,
do it.
Okay.
Just do it, dude. Where's my just do it?
Convincing,
Do I have my just do
but
it?
like I
thing?
have to do it now though. Like, come on.
Oh, you got to pick your classes now? You have to pick your classes right now for next year already? It's only February.
This week, yeah. My school, we do it this week.
Dude, I say full send, dude. Take AP Physics. Send it, bro.
And then
You got it, bro.
AP Calc, doing AP Lang.
If you're worried about the APs, drop AP Lang. Fuck AP Lang. You don't need it. Like I would highly if you really
can't.
want to make sure you do what do you mean you can't? Why can't you drop AP Lang?
Our school requires us to do 4 years of English, and I already took Lang. So the
No,
only
that's
thing I
fine.
can take is Lit.
Yeah, just take lit. Just take lit. It doesn't have to be the AP level if you're worried about it being a lot of work, but I would highly prioritize taking calc and physics. Those things will help you out a lot more in life than stressing yourself out over writing another fucking essay about Dorian Gray. That I know y'all are
Dude,
just
what do you
gonna
mean
chat
the
you.
normal level?
Like,
No
does your
AP?
language have a non-AP? Like, if you're stressed
No.
about the workload. Oh, it's just you have to take
We
AP.
don't have a non-AP.
Okay, whatever. Then just take.
It's just Lang or Lit or AP or Lit, but AP levels.
And you have to take an AP English. You can't take a level English.
I mean, if you're slow, like literally, like I mean, like special education. There's no AP.
Okay. All right. Here's what I would say. Your next year is senior year, Jeff, right? Next year is your next year, right?
Yeah, sad.
Okay. So it's okay, man, dude. High school comes to an end. College is much better, bro. I was sad when college ended, which I didn't really let it end because then I just went to grad school, and then it was like another 9 more years of college. So I was like, it's never leave, dude. So So I would take at least one of those. I would take either AP Calc or AP Physics. I think AP Calc is, if you had to choose one, I would take AP Calc. If you want to send it and like, set yourself up for the best success possible, and I know you can do it. Like, you're smart enough to do it, Jeff. I would do AP Physics and AP Calc concurrently, and I think that would work out well. Trust.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it tonight because I'm pretty sure mine's gotta be tomorrow or Thursday.
Okay. Well, think about it. I'm streaming tomorrow. You can come. We can talk it out. Cool. Let me start the stream.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to Actual Education Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold. We're the stream that helps you out with math homework, science homework. Even, like, picking your classes, man. Like, hit me up, dude. I can basically be a, what do they fucking call it? College counselor? High school counselor? Whatever. Yeah. If you need help, counselor, yeah. If you need help figuring out, like, what courses to take or, like, what your trajectory should be to go to college. I've helped tons of kids get into college. I've gotten 3 kids into grad schools. I've got, like, what was it, 2 of them into pharmacy school, and 1 was into something else, like, I don't know, government, whatever the fuck, PhD stuff. So, guidance counselor. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. So, I've been through it. I've helped write personal statements. I've helped write resumes, everything. I know what the fucking admission boards wants to see, like, let me know. I'm a resource. So, yeah, cool. Yeah, like Jeff was saying, if you're confused, like, what do I need to do to schedule my classes? Hit me up. I'll let you know. My advice, and you can take it or not. I don't care. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Oh, wait, equity. Yeah, what's up, Obama? Last question. What's up?
Have you had anyone in this server, like, been 4 years in this server since freshman till senior year? Or no?
Well, seeing as we've only been streaming for 3, no, it's not possible.
Damn,
but
okay. So,
I have had, for instance, Bob started out in high school in this server, and now he's a freshman at USC, which is dope.
Okay.
So we've had kids, and Destiny Cove too. Destiny was a senior in high school when he joined this, and now he's in college for nursing or something. Yeah, we've had plenty of students like.
I saw his letter or something.
Yeah,
he got accepted.
Yeah, it's super dope. Yeah, I love that. I mean, that's again the whole point of this like Discord is to, get you guys from the high school level to the next level, whether that be trade school or, whatever, college. I don't care what it is. Just like keep learning. Or military. Did you see Cypher was on here last night?
Yeah, I saw the picture of him.
Yeah, Cypher was here last night. He's in the military. So Cypher's story was he originally dropped out of high school. I remember I fucking yelled at him on the Discord. I was like, bro, do not drop out of high school. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I want to go be a roofer. And I was like, no, dude, like stay in college. Nothing against roofers, but like stay in college at least. Stay in high school. At least graduate high school. And then he did. He went back. He graduated. I was very happy. Very good job, Cypher. And now he's in the Army, and he's doing what's called AIT, which I think is Army Advanced whatever. It's like the college in the Army, and he's learning how to be a combat medic, which is very cool. Because, after if he wants to like get out of the Army later, now he has the resume and the skills and the knowledge to go be an EMT or like work in healthcare. So, yeah, y'all can do it. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's very cool to see like that trajectory happen. Yeah. So, let me help y'all with it. That's the whole point of this. Yeah, Equity says, in high school chem is more like labs, and physics is just word problems and math, right? Or do you do labs and physics? You do labs and physics, for sure. They tend to be like rolling a ball down a hill or like dropping some shit from like a table or a spring like bouncing up and down. You definitely do labs. You do labs in both. And depending on the college you go to, when they see your AP credit, they may credit you for the lab class as well. Because, for instance, if you come into college and you want to take chem, there's like chem 301, whatever, but then there's chem like 104 or something, which is the lab component. So you have a lecture component and a lab component, and you have to take both. I went to UT, University of Texas, and my 5 in AP Chem got me out of both things. It got me out of the lecture and the lab, which is insane.
Wait, what got you out of it?
AP Chem. I got a 5 on AP Chem on the exam,
wow.
And it got me out of 2 semesters, a whole year of lecture classes, which, that's 3 times a week, hour and a half every lesson, plus exams and tests. I didn't have to fucking take any of those. I got credit. And then it also got me out of the labs for each, which again are every week, usually at like 8 p.m. You're there till midnight and you're doing whatever and you're writing these big reports and it fucking sucks. But I got out of it because of the AP test. So that's why you want to do this now in high school. Because, bro, it is so much less work to study and do well on the AP test than it is to go to college and have to actually do the course. Yeah.
Okay.
Are chem labs hard in AP Chem? No. I'll tell you what, they're a lot easier than the labs in college. I saw people's chem labs in college, and like I was like, bro, dude, what? No. Also, in college, you're competing with like 300 kids in the class, depending what college you go to. But if you go to like a big college, like a state college or like UCLA or something, like you, especially the intro chem classes, you're gonna be fighting with 300 people. You fight with like, you know, nobody, I guess, really. Well, the AP test is like whatever, but. How long are lab reports? Depends on how much of a sadistic motherfucker your professor is. So, like, I've helped some students with lab reports that were pretty chill, 3 or 4 pages. I've had others where they're 15. And, you know, the teacher wants like 3 pages of introduction. Like, they want example calculations. They want do error analysis. Like, all this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, shoot me, man. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I would not do this. So, yeah.
Use ChatGPT.
You can't, dude. You can't use it. Well, I mean, you could probably use ChatGPT for the intro, but in terms of Equity says the fuck you writing. I get you're writing like an intro. You got to write like the methods. Some of them make you copy down like what's called the SDS, which is the safety data sheet for every single chemical in the lab. It's just here. You want me to pull one up? I'll pull one up for you guys. Here, I'll pull up a chem lab. I know I've helped people with chem labs. What's in my Google Drive? Chem lab, whatever. Here's some.
I also remember that picture you sent of you like in a lab or some shit with a ton of gloves on the floor.
Yeah. So here's a chem lab I helped write with a student of mine. It was for I guess lactase is what it is. But this is 11 pages, bro. Do you see this? Wow, dude! Thanks for the donation, Sensation. G-man.
Sensation _ black 1984 just
1984, baby.
$12.68 to Actual Education.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, Sensation. But yeah, dude, here's the lab report, bro. You want to see what 11 pages of a lab report is and references? Yo, what's up, Demented?
How you been?
What's up, dog? Yo, dude, you're graduating too this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Fuck
I
yeah,
just
dude.
went to take my grad test today.
No way, dude. That's so dope, dude. Wow. I love seeing that, dude. Nice. What are you doing? Where are you going next for college? Tell the class.
Biomedical engineering.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's a great program to be in, dude. That's a hard one to get into. It's not easy.
Thank you. I know.
Super dope. Yeah, I'm trying to like convince the students here they should take AP classes. Maybe you can tell us, Demented. Like, did you take any AP classes in high school?
Oh, yeah, I took a few. It was mostly math.
Okay.
They're not bad, though. I can't lie. They were pretty easy. As long as like you get a decent teacher, you do your homework, you join up the live with Mr. Gold, you're usually good to go on that shit. I can't lie.
There you go, dude. Yeah. Have you checked to see like if any of your scores will count for credit at the college you're going to?
No, not yet. I mean, it's just like a big college. It's not like something the same thing.
Okay.
It's not like that competitive, so I don't think it does.
Sometimes they do. I mean, because what that helps you out with, that saves you money. So, for instance, you're going to biomedical engineering, which probably requires at least taking base classes in chemistry and biology, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And if you've taken the AP exam and you've gotten like a 3, 4, or 5 on that, usually that will count for credit in college. So you won't have to take those classes. You don't have to pay for them.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can take the next level without having to wait. Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. What's it called? I joined in here for a simple reason.
What's up,
one
dude?
of my friends, Nika, she has functions, mathematical functions,
Cool.
and she needs.
What's up, Nika? She needs help? Cool. What's up, Nika? You found the right place. Nika, you want to come on the stage? You come say hi.
Hey.
Hi, Nika. I love that, dude. Referrals are the best. How you doing, Nika?
Okay, so I thought I was good at math, right? And then I go to new school and I lost my math tutor and I don't get the simplest problem.
It's okay. Here, let's.
Sound effect.
It's a soundboard. You're on a stream, so like we have fun with it, you know.
Oh.
It's just, oh. Nika, what can I help you with? Do you have a screenshot of like a homework question you need help with, or like what?
Screenshot. Okay.
You got a screenshot? Yeah. Did Demented show you where to post the screenshots? You can post it here in the chat. You can do it right here. Here, I'll help. I just tagged you there. I don't know how familiar you are with Discord yet.
No.
Nope. She's just like, nope. It's okay. You'll figure it out.
Wait, which one? Help screenshots or office
Yeah.
hours?
Help screenshots. Exactly. Yeah. You can just post a screenshot there, and then that's the best way that I can go through and help people with their questions.
Okay, let me get the screenshot. Hold on.
You got it. You got it. Good. All good. All good.
Dr. Gold.
What's
Dr.
up,
Gold.
Sensation? Is this the new name? Wait, no, Sensation Black 1984. No, that's not the new name. What's up? When is it Sensation White?
When's it going to be Sensation White? Next
Yeah,
time
Sensation White. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. What's up? What's up? I appreciate the donation. What's up?
Why?
You know what I say? Why not, dude? Why not? you know I spell my whole thing like Gold Life, like Goldlyfe when I do it like this. I always say like I spell life with a why not. Like yeah, like why not? Like yeah. Everyone comes up to me like, why are you wearing gold? I'm like, why not, dude? Why aren't you wearing gold?
For real.
For rizzles. Okay, Nika, here's your question. What do you need? You need help with number 5?
Yeah, 5
Okay.
A and C.
5A and C. All right, let's do it. Okay, you can see the screen and everything. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. It says find the equation of the quadratic function that has the given zeros and contains the given point. Express each function in standard form. Okay, do you know what standard form is?
Yeah, it's like the x squared plus x.
Good. AX squared plus BX plus C, I think is equal to 0. I think this is how they do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Here's what we want to do. So when they give you the zeros, okay, that means when I like write this out as a function, right, I'm going to be able to factor it into something like this, okay? Which
Yeah,
means,
like,
yeah?
Like, I know how to do it when it's just like a regular number, but I don't know because it's like the like the square root of 11. But I
Okay.
don't know how to do it like that.
Oh, it's okay. It's not bad. Okay. So I believe this is like, what is this? This is going to be, you're going to say x plus 1 plus the square root of 11. And then this is going to be x minus, and then parentheses. No. Sorry. Let me get that right. Let me get that right for you. Sorry. It's, how does this work? It's, because you plug this in for x and it goes to 0. Okay. So it's x minus 1 plus the square root of 11. Okay. That's one of them, right?
Mhm.
And then it's x minus 1 minus the square root of 11. Okay?
X
Like this?
minus 1.
Mm-hmm. Because there's 2. So whenever we have a function, okay, let's just say a function is something like this with a bunch of like x squareds and like whatever. You can always break this up into factors, which is going to be like x minus a and then like x minus b, right? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Always, and again, Nick, if anything doesn't make sense, be like, slow down, I don't get that, you know, and like I'll run back and like make sure you understand it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so if we have something like this, right? Then what happens is, for certain values of x, this y will be equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So what value of x here will make this whole function equal to 0? Like, what do I plug into x here to make this whole thing 0?
I don't know.
You plug in a, right? You see if x was equal to a, I'd get a minus a, which would be 0.
Okay.
Okay, so that means, okay, that this function, whatever this thing is, when x is equal to a, so like when x is equal to a, right, this thing becomes 0, the whole thing becomes 0, and so the y is 0. That means it's an intercept,
Okay.
and that means it's going to be an x-intercept, which is right here. This is going to be at a. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's another?
Do you
Where's
just
another
expand
intercept?
it?
We could expand it. Yeah. Where's the other intercept though?
The y-intercept.
No, but where is the other x-intercept? Where else does it cross here?
Oh, B.
Good. Yes. So again, this would happen also at B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what we're doing here. All right. They're saying these are the intercepts. They're saying I have 1 plus the square root of 11 and 1 minus the square root of 11. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So my function, right, is going to be y is equal to x minus, right? This is like the a-intercept and this is like the b-intercept. So this is minus 1 plus the square root of 11. And then this one is going to be x minus b, but that's x minus 1 minus the square root of 11.
Wait, if it was -1 plus the square root of 11, would you put x plus?
If it was -1 plus the square root of 11. Yeah, so I would have to watch what's going to happen. This minus sign, right, is going to turn this thing into a plus, right? It's very important that we remember it's like this. It's x minus a, x minus b. Where this is tricky, Nika, is that a is not like just a nice number, you know? They're making it something complicated. They're saying a is equal to like 1 plus the square root of 11, and then b is equal to 1 minus the square root of 11. But this whole thing has to go into here, like in parentheses. So the minus sign will hit this one, and it will hit this as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Let me know if I'm going too fast. I drank a lot of coffee earlier, so.
Wait, so do you like expand it and then
Correct.
sub in the point?
I don't know if you need the point actually. Let me see where the point comes in. Honestly, let me see where that happens.
He wants us to sub in the point so we can get a.
Oh, you know where it is? You know where the point comes in? I'm gonna tell you where the point comes in. It's actually kind of funny. The point comes in here, right? There's also an additional. Let's not call it A because I already used A and B. Or does your teacher use A? That's okay if they use A.
He uses a.
Okay. There has to be an additional thing here, a multiplier. Okay. So, for instance, here when we had like our intercepts, right? Notice how I could put another number out here. I could put like 6 or like 8 or like I don't know, like 420. I don't care. That number won't change where the intercepts are, right? It's still going to be 0 here, and it's still going to be 0 here. What this does is it changes what the y value will be when x is something else that doesn't cause it to be 0. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, let me repeat that again. When x right here causes this to be 0, everything becomes 0, right? Because 0 times anything is just 0. Does that make sense? Good. Same thing. Okay. But then now we say like, okay, what if x doesn't equal a or it doesn't equal b, so that neither of these things are 0, right? Let's say whatever it is, right? Then whatever this number is out here, the outside multiplier, this does matter because this will change what the y value is. Here's an example. Let me show an example of this. So let's say we had y was equal to, I like showing examples, simple examples, so that you can then build up to like what the more complicated thing is. So if I have y is equal to x minus 3 minus x minus 4, right? Where are the zeros for this one?
3 and 4.
Good. 3 and 4. X equals 3, x equals 4. Okay. Let's choose an x that's not 3 or 4. Let's just say, for instance, that x is equal to 2. Okay? What would y be equal to then? If I set x equal to 2.
0.
So 2. So let's look what this would be. This would be 2 minus 3 times 2 minus 4. Right? If I plug this 2 into here and I plug it into here, right? That's all a function is, Nika.
-1.
Yeah, good. This is -1. This ends up becoming -2, right? So this whole answer becomes 2, right? You see how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. Now look what happens. Let's say instead of just having it like this, let's say I put a 6 on the outside here. I put another factor. This is what your teacher does when they say like they add like an a to the outside of it, right?
Yeah.
This is not going to affect the intercepts. Do you see how the zeros are still at 3 and 4, right?
Yeah. It just
But-
affects the y value.
It affects the y value when x is something that isn't the intercept. So when x is equal to 2, for instance, if we do here, right? Now my y value will be what? So here x was 2, right? Y was 2. If we have our new function, right, which is what? 2 minus 3, 2 minus 4 times 6, right? What is my y equal to now?
12?
5? Let's see. So you have 2 minus 3, Nika. That's -1, right?
Yeah. And
Two
then
more.
-2. And
And
that's 2 times 6 is 12.
Good. Yes. So do you see how, like, this point is now different because of this multiplier on the outside?
Yeah.
Good. So let's go back to here, right? This is what I know the form is going to be, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be x minus one of my intercepts times x minus one of my other intercepts, and then there's some mystery value a out here on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. How's this going to work? This is so ugly. Like, why did they put these square roots?
I know he didn't do any of that in class, and then he just puts in homework. It wants to be cool.
It's not cool. It's like, no. It's not cool. It's confusing. Fuck.
How is
All right.
this supposed to put brackets?
Yeah, I know. Well, you're supposed to put brackets, right? Because it's always, remember how we did here, right? It's, where did I do this up here? I do it here, right? It's x minus a, and whatever a is, you want to like put parentheses around it. It's because this negative thing makes things like kind of screwy. Because this negative thing hits everything inside a. So if a has like a bunch of terms, you need that negative to hit everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But don't worry. I don't think it's that bad. Let's see. Because I think this is going to be it's not that bad. I think this is going to end up being a difference of squares. I think is what it's going to be. Because it has to be. Because otherwise, this is like really going to suck. So let's see. If I simplify. Yeah. What's up? Go on.
I remember him talking to like someone who's doing this in class. He was like, "You have to expand all of it," and he said
Yes.
it was gonna be super ugly.
It may be, but okay. So here's a trick here. This is a conjugate trick. Do you know, for instance, if I have like 1 plus the square root of 3 times 1 minus the square root of 3, do you know what this ends up equaling without having to expand everything?
No.
Okay. Have you seen this before? A plus b times a minus b?
Yeah.
What does that become?
A. See all that. I know.
You got
I've seen it before. It was in the last unit.
It's a squared minus b squared. This is called a difference of squares. Anytime you see something plus something times that same thing minus that other same thing, it's just the first thing squared minus the second thing squared. This is a very, very important thing. You want to know this in math. It's a very important trick, okay? So when I see this, right, what would this thing be equal to if I were to use this same little trick?
1 minus 9, the
Good.
square root of 9.
It's square root of 9. Very good. Yes. So it's 1 squared, which is just 1. And then it's the square root of 3 squared, which you're right, is the square root of 9. But also, like, squaring a square root just, like, gets rid of it. So this just becomes 1 minus 3, which is just equal to negative 2.
Oh.
Okay? So anytime these things are called conjugates, is what we call it. So anytime you see, like, 1 plus something and 1 minus something, and they multiply together, they're probably going to do something nice like this. It's like an intuition thing you see eventually. Math is a language of recognizing things. So, like, yeah. So when I see this, yeah, at first I'm like, this is going to suck. I don't want to do this. I don't really want to do this. But I think there's got to be some sort of, like, conjugate going on. And we're going to see if there is. Okay? So I'm gonna like, move this minus sign through, okay? Just to see if it turns into something.
Okay.
So this would be minus 1 minus the square root of 11, right? So I'm going to say x minus 1 minus the square root of 11 times, this is going to be x minus 1 plus the square root of 11. Do you see how the minus makes that a negative, it makes that a positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's something cool here. Here's the trick. This is, again, we could expand this out, but, like, this would suck. I don't want to do that. It's going to suck. I want to use my trick, which is like, look at this. Let's call this A, and let's call this B. I know we have other A's here, but just, like, don't ignore that A for now. Do you see how this is also A?
Yeah.
And then this is also B?
Yep.
Do you see how I have A minus B, right? It's something minus something, and then something plus something.
Yeah.
What happens when we have A minus B times A plus B?
It's a squared minus b squared.
Yes. So, I'm going to do, so this whole thing here, right, is going to be equal to, right, a squared minus b squared. Ignore it. It's not the same a as this. Like, we'll bring this one down later. So it's going to be this whole thing squared, all right? The way I'm going to write that is I need to write that with the parentheses. I have to say this is x minus 1 squared minus, and what's the b squared going to end up being?
X plus
No. So this whole
No.
thing is A. This whole thing is A, right? This whole thing is B.
The square root of 11 squared.
Good. What's the square root of 11 squared?
11.
Yes. So you're just going to write 11 here, Nika, right? And then look. And then I'm going to bring this A down. Okay, so now we have here. Okay, and now we have y is equal to. This is much prettier, right? I got rid of the square roots and shit. I don't need any of them, right? Like, there's no more square
Yeah.
roots. We're happy, yeah? Okay.
Wait,
So then
what's
now,
it called? It's called perfect. What's A squared?
difference of
minus B
squares.
squared?
Difference of squares. So there's a
Okay.
couple you should know. The difference of squares is the first one. Here, I'm gonna just post a picture for you. 1 sec. These are the ones they want you to know. And then here, I'll put it. And don't worry, I'll send you a PDF of all this, so you don't have to like take pictures or screenshots. Like, you'll get it.
It's okay. I'm writing it down.
Okay, all good. Here, there you go. Those are the ones you want to know. These are important.
Okay.
This is when you have something cubed, plus something cubed, and then this is something cubed minus something cubed. They kind of look like this. We're doing the reverse. We're seeing something that looks like this, and we're turning it into this. You can also take some things like this and expand it out into this. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Cool? Okay.
Yeah. So now do you plug in X and Y?
Good. Yes. Good. Very good. So you have 4 minus 6, right? So now I'm going to plug that in. So y here is going to be 6 is equal to a. And then this is going to be 4 minus 1 squared minus 11. Right?
Yeah.
Good. Sorry. It's negative 6. Thank you. Taco caught me. Taco in the chat. Thank you, Taco. Yeah, this is minus 6. Yeah, sorry. All right. So then I can do this, right? 4 minus 1 is just 3. And 3 squared is
9.
9. Good. Okay, so you get a 9 minus 11, right, is equal to negative 6. This becomes negative 2, right? And so we have
Yeah.
a times negative 2 is equal to negative 6. So what does that tell you a is equal to?
You divide both sides by -2, so you get A is equal to 3.
Nice. Cool. A is equal to 3. All right, good. We're not done yet, though. Okay, so I figured out a, which is nice, right? So now I need to like come back up to this form, right? And I got to plug in what I have for a. And then we're going to have to expand to make it standard. Okay. So now, let's remember, I have y is equal to a, which was 3. And then it's x minus 1 squared minus 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first thing, let's distribute the 3, right? So that's going to be 3 times x minus 1 squared minus 33, okay? And now I need to expand this. Do we remember how to expand x minus 1 squared?
X squared minus 2x plus
Good.
1.
Good. X squared minus 2x plus 1 all times 3. Don't forget the 3 is still here, right? 3 comes down. Minus 33, all right? Now you just distribute it. So that's 3x squared minus 6x plus 3 minus 33. This is the last step we got to do here. 3x squared minus 6x plus, well, it's plus negative, right? So that's going to be minus 30. And that is your standard form. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, check the textbook. Check the textbook. Make sure we're
That's
correct.
Right, it's right.
It's right? Yeah.
That's dope. Impressive. Very nice.
Yes, great. Good question, Nika. I hope this makes more sense to you, right? Like all this stuff. There's a lot of concepts in this one. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll try doing C. as
Yes.
well, but thank
Yeah,
you.
excellent job. You're very welcome. Here, I'm gonna send you. I'll put the screenshot, and I'll tag you in the Discord. If you need help finding it, just ask Demented. Demented, no, I'll tag him as well, so he can tell you where it is. But yeah,
Yeah.
good. Good luck with it. Have fun, and yeah,
Thank
always come by.
you.
We stream
Bye.
3 times a week. Bye.
Bye.
Nice. Good shit, Demented. I appreciate that. That's
Of course.
That's what I need students to do. Like, if you see another friend of yours, that's the best thing you can do as a friend, is if you see another friend struggling, be like, and they need help, bring them here. Like, let me help him.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, you need help? Oh, I know somebody. I got somebody. who will
I
help
got
you.
someone. I might know a guy. I might know a guy who can do some math. Yeah, dope, dude. Yeah, and I like that question because it has a lot of different parts to it, which I can tell that maybe weren't taught to her at other parts of her math journey, or she just forgot. So it's great. It's great to be able to like hit all those different parts. Yeah.
I have some old man advice.
What's some old man advice, Sensation? I do need some old man advice, dude. I'm turning into an old man myself, dude.
Yeah, I'm quite a bit older than you, I think. Well, maybe not. But
Wait,
anyway,
you're 84? You're 1984?
84. Yeah,
Okay, I'm
you're
90. Yeah, you're only 6 years.
Yeah. Anyway, the old man advice: don't be afraid to pick up a textbook and go back and cover stuff you've already done. Don't be
Oh, I agree.
embarrassed. Because I did this, and I was like being too arrogant. I'd be like, "Fuck it, I can get around."
No, fuck it, dude.
But I didn't know the stuff before, and then I'm sitting there having to ask questions all the time. So.
Yeah, you got to get over the ego, man. And I talk about this. I had an interview today with Khan Academy actually, and they were talking about like how kids, asking questions and whatnot. I say like a lot of kids are afraid to ask questions because they think they look stupid, and I'm like, no, dude. I mean, you're gonna look stupid when you fuck up the test. Like, ask questions now.
You had an interview with Khan Academy?
I did. It was super dope. Yeah, here, let me show you. They have a here. I'll show you the LinkedIn position. It's actually pretty cool. This is my
I'm like,
LinkedIn.
wait a minute. I grew up on Khan Academy. That's
I
awesome.
know. Yeah, here, this was the job. Let me see what it is. It's this content associate. What it is? Yeah, so it's a contract job. It's only for a year, but they're paying $7,000 a month. I'll take it. But they're looking for. I know. Yeah, they're looking for someone to write physics content for one of their classes for high school, middle school kids. So yeah, I
You're
applied.
made for that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just yeah, I kind of am, and I like that it's part time. This is my whole like email. Don't dox my email, please.
Of course.
He says, of course.
I would never.
Yeah. But anyways, it's here. This is the where is it? This is the here. Let's pull this up. Yeah. This is the so I made it. I sent in an application which made it through their first phase. So they got me. Oh, this whole thing is dying now. Excuse me. Ugh. Whatever. Okay. I got through their first phase, which was nice. So that got me an interview, and then once I got an interview, they now gave me a test assignment. So I made it past 2 rounds of things. So this is the 3rd round, which is I have to design, I think, a question in physics based on what their requirements are. And then I have to also look at one of their other previous assignments, and I have to provide feedback on how they teach it and how I would teach it instead. And so that's due in 5 days. So yeah, that's going to be another announcement. I think I have to cancel this week's AMA because I got to do this. This is due in like 5 days, and so I don't have time to run the AMA on Friday as well. But don't worry, I'll bring you guys a very special guest for next week's AMA. It's a girl. Like, we're gonna have the first girl in the AMA. I know you guys are gonna be very excited about that. but yeah, so I got to do this for Khan Academy, and then if that does well, then I go to like a 4th round of interviews with all the other heads of the boards and maybe even Sal himself to like see if they want to hire me to do this. So yeah, it would be cool. It'd be cool to get. It would be dope. It would really help out my financial situation in Los Angeles. Dude, it keeps getting more expensive. I was looking the other day. I was trying to get milk, dude. I'm like $5. It's like get out of here, dude. I'm gonna go hungry.
Bro, you should come to Canada. It's $7 here. It's actually getting horrid.
Hang on a minute.
Like-
How much milk?
That's a gallon, dude. That's a gallon of milk for $5, dude.
What's a gallon in?
It's like three
anything?
liters, 3.5 liters, 4 liters. I should
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
That's a
like
lot of
4
milk,
liters.
but that's also very expensive.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
not like back then though.
Yeah.
Back then it was like $3, $2.
Dude, no,
like,
dude, milk
I
used to be
miss
like
those.
$2, dude, $2 or $3. It's now dude. I can't even
That's
get
what I'm
eggs for like
saying.
less than $7, dude. I'm like, eggs, man. I mean, granted, I do eat the organic ones because like they do taste nicer. I don't know.
Obviously, yeah, but like
Obviously.
still, like it's still expensive.
It is. It's expensive. So yeah, life's getting expensive. So Dr. Gold needs more sources of revenue. So I'm applying to some contract jobs with Khan.
So,
I got another one with IXL. I made it past their interview. I have an audition for them as well. They needed me to make a.
oh,
Yeah, it's cool. I know you guys fucking hate IXL. A lot of you guys like fuck IXL. I'm just like, well, they are
okay.
paying. So
Hey, if they pay, they pay.
they pay.
How many
So
pints
like,
in a gallon?
how many pints are in a gallon? 16, right? That's 16.
pints in a
16
gallon.
pints to a gallon. Yeah, it's
It's
8 cups.
7.
It's 8 cups. 8 cups to a gallon, I think, right? And a pint is half a cup. Is that right? Or is it 2 cups to a pint?
I don't know.
I don't know all my
unit.
unit conversion. Wait. How many pints in a gallon? Oh, it's 8. Sorry, I have it flipped. It's 2 cups to a pint. It's 16 cups in a gallon. That's how it works.
I'm not taking into account the
Dude,
difference.
the fucking imperial. Was this the imperial U.S. whatever? U.S. unit system is like all sorts of fucked. Like, who cares?
Okay, for us, for 4 pints of milk, it's about £1.50.
4 pints of milk. So that's
UK
Oh, so
pints
that's
is
half a
$1.
gallon. It's half a gallon. 4 pints is half a gallon.
Our pints are bigger.
Oh, okay. You got the double pints or something? What are the bigger pints?
What is it? Our pints are 1/3 larger than yours.
Oh, okay. It's good for beer.
I think.
Yeah, it's real good
Yeah,
for beer.
I know, right?
Head out.
All right,
Peace,
good to
peace,
see you,
peace.
Demented Dude. Yeah, thanks for bringing your friend, dude. Props to you, man. I appreciate that.
Bye bye.
Peace, dude. $7 grand a month ain't bad. 84K. Yeah, that's a decent salary in Los Angeles. I mean, that's middle class, man. Yeah, thank you, Jeff, for the conversion. Okay, let's see. Let's do some questions. Not your friend. We're gonna do some physics. And then we got the Slayer, Equity, Taco. Yeah. I know you guys were waiting, but yeah, I wanted to help her out instantly because anytime there's a new student that has never used the Discord, I don't want to make them wait. I want to show them real quick like what it is. All you other guys, I love you guys, and we've helped you a bunch. But anytime we have someone new coming in that has never done this before, let me just help them out real quick so they can see it, and then hopefully that encourages them to come back. You know, if I tell someone there's a 3-hour wait between everyone else, like they're gonna be like, no. But hopefully you guys learned something from that too. I mean, there's a lot of good concepts that she needed help with. Gold get contract, Gold get more money, Gold have money to pay rent and play Fortnite, more office hour streams, which means more coins. Gold gets more famous, does more tourneys, then Gold gets super famous, and then we get to meet famous people. And then I'm so happy that Gold my dad and we have tourneys and more prizes. I like that progression, Taco. Yeah, I'm down with it. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, like, more money does mean, like, I can do this more, which means there are more prizes, which means there are more tournaments, which means, yes, you guys get more stuff. And yeah, cool. We get more famous people on the AMA. That's what would be really cool. I want to get some pretty cool, I mean, we already have some pretty cool guests, but I want to get, like, people that y'all know, like, maybe some famous streamers or gamers that you guys see. Maybe Jinxie. We can get Jinxie on here. That would be pretty cool. All right, what's up, Not Your Friend? You need help with this? Sorry, let's do it. 2 instances, measuring a weight, the same object, and air and water is given. The mass of the wooden block is that. What is the weight of the wooden block as mentioned in X in the figure? Excuse me? Where's the X? Where's X? Here. Gold, why don't you move to a different state that is cheaper to live in? Moving is expensive, and I love Los Angeles, and it's kind of a double-edged sword. Yes, things are more expensive here, but also I can charge more because things are more expensive. Like, I can charge more to teach. I charge like $120 an hour to teach, like in person. And I can't do that in Missouri. I can do it here in Los Angeles because there are people that have that cash to pay me. So it's a double-edged sword. Plus, like, it helps for me to network and meet certain people in this sphere, like, whatever, streamers, famous people, music, whatnot. They live here. And so it's a lot easier to do that as well. How long do you teach a kid regularly? I don't know. Like, anywhere from an hour to 3 hours sometimes. Usually an hour. Usually an hour. Yeah, where's Not Your Friend? Let's get him. You know, I found out I can't play that waiting. I keep getting copyright strikes from that. It's because it's from the movie. This one, though. I like this one. Yeah. Oh, he's here. He's here. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. What is X? A. What is the weight? Yeah, I just don't see an X here. Okay. Okay, the mass is 1.8. All right. So weight is, just equal to, we usually say is like the normal force, okay, on an object, which here with the wooden block, right, you're going to have the force of gravity pointing down. And then you're going to have, it's like the tension of the scale, but you can also call that a normal force, okay? And if this thing is staying still, right, this force has to equal this force, right? Because the sum of the forces, which is equal to Fn minus Fg, has to equal the mass times acceleration. Acceleration is 0. So if this is 0, we say that Fn is equal to Fg, right? I can just move that over. Right, cool. All right. So, In that case, I would say that the weight in part A is just going to be m times g, which is going to be 1.8 times 9.8, which, where's my calculator? There you are, calculator. Okay, and then let's turn you on. Yes, good. Calculator, cool. All right, so that's going to be... Oh, you usually use 10? Okay, even easier. Yeah, then I don't need a calculator for this. Screw this, we don't need it. Okay, whatever. Use 10, right? So that's equal to 18 newtons. Cool? What is the apparent weight loss of the wooden block? Okay, so now it's in water, right? Here's the issue. Am I supposed to read something here? I would hope there's a number here, but like I'm just curious here, not your friend. Am I supposed to somehow like read a scale? Because I can't see shit here. Unless we're just supposed to use... I mean, I can make some assumptions about, no, I can't, really. I need to know either the size of this block, right? I need to know that. I need to know the size of the block, and then, like, how much it's submerged. We need more information. Printing mistake? Yeah, there's got to be something here. Well, I'm assuming that there's... I mean, this kind of looks like a scale. But, like, where is the scale at? Where is it at? I can't read that. This is like that scene, you know, in CSI where it's like zoom enhance, zoom enhance, zoom enhance. I'm just like, what is it? Can you get a random value and solve? Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, let's say this says 18 newtons. Let's say it says 18 newtons on there. Okay? And then let's say on this one that it only says 10 newtons. Okay? Just for example, right? Okay. So, if I were now to look at... Oh, we don't need the difference of squares here. That was for someone else. If we look at what's happening here on this block, right? Now I have the 10 newtons being pulled up. I have the 18 newtons being pulled down from the force of gravity, right? Which means there must be an additional 8 newtons pushing it up. And this will be the up... They call it the upthrust of the water. It's the buoyant force. This is the buoyant force, is what I would say, is 8 newtons. Do you see how that they both still have to add up to 18, right? Okay. So, in order to do that, now the apparent weight, like the amount of weight that the scale measures here is different. It's 10 instead of 18. So it feels like it's less heavy. The way to find the apparent weight loss is to take whatever the new normal force is and divide it by g. So in this case, this would be 10 over 10, which is equal to 1, okay? So that means this thing feels like it's 1 kilogram. Because remember that, like, Fn, right, is usually equal to mg. This is like, what I say is like apparent mass. Mass really never changes, right? But you could say that, okay, 10 newtons would be the same amount of force that a 1 kilogram object would exert. So it feels like it's 1 kilogram, even though it's not. Because kilograms is mass, and mass is invariant. Like, mass doesn't change. Mass should always be the same. This is the whole problem, the whole system of, like, we like, weigh things, right, in kilograms, but really that's a mass. And then there's, like, pounds and whatnot. It's all, like, confusing. Okay. So then, yeah. So then, you know, okay, buoyant force is 8 newtons. It weighs like it's 1 kilogram, and that should be it. It should be done. Does that make sense? Not your friend? Yeah? Oh, thirsty. Nice, good. All right, good shit, dude. Good, glad it helped. All right, let's go to the next one. Slayer. The Slayer's up. All right. Now I have to rush to school. Today's my exam. Hey, good luck with your exam, dude. Good luck, my guy. What's up, Slayer? Slayer, you in the chat? All right, Slayer's not here. Let's do equity. Oh, equity, bro. This is the same question that what Nika was asking. What's up, equity? Is equity here? Equity? Here, we'll wait.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, Slayer's coming up.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
All right, let's see. Wolf Slayer, where you at? Wolf Slayer's trying to post there. No. I'm posting this chat, Wolf Slayer. If not, we got Deba. Deba's another good one. Here, I'm gonna post all you guys. Where's Deba? One of the three. Or Taco Cat. Oh, Taco Cat's here. Taco wants to learn compound interest? I know you're here, Taco. So why is my webcam still messing up? What? Yeah, turn off my camera. Why is it trying to turn my camera on? Okay. You want to go last, Monkey? Okay. We can do that. It's been doing this whole time. Uh-oh. Okay. Here, this is a good question. Let's do yours, Nick. Nick, you're up. Cool? You want to come speak? You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Oh, you can't talk? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. So now we have, what is this? This is going to be, oh, similar triangles and stuff. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I know this one. Is this a question? Is it? Is it a question? Nick says. It is. No, it is. It is a question. It's a question. Yeah. I think I need to give one of the numbers, though. I need to give at least one of the sides. Okay, yeah. Let's say, for instance, that h is equal to, let's say 4. And I want you to find x and find y. This would be a good example of making it a question. Yeah, you could make it a question with this. Okay. All right, let's see. How do you think we would do this? We're trying to find out what is x, which is the whole length here, or what is y, the whole length here. How would we figure that out? No clue, he says. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, in this situation, we got some triangles here. Right? We got some triangles. Triangles are cool. And specifically, if we're trying to find x, right? X is this, which would be the whole length of this triangle. Okay? You should know how to do this, Nick. I know you know how to do this because, bro, you just took a class with law of sines and cosines and all that stuff. Okay. So let's draw what this triangle would be. All right? Let's see. It's like that. It's like that. Okay? Okay, so for this triangle, right? We know that this side is 4 and this side is 30 degrees, and we're trying to find x. How can we figure out what x is? I know you know how to do this. You should know, Nick. Otherwise, I don't know. That's some goldfish behavior, bro. You literally did this a couple weeks ago. He says I forgot. No. Oh, I don't care. What do you think you do? I don't care what the name of it is. Screw the fancy math terms. What do you think you do? You sine or cosine. Very good. Yeah, okay. Which one do I want to use? Sine or cosine? Ah, he says. Ooh, yeah, we got to think. Yeah, you got it. Okay, there's sine, and then there's cosine, right? Sine of theta, cosine of theta. Maybe, you know, whenever you're trying to figure out something in math, like, what do I do? Fall back on, like, what do I do know? And if you write out what you know, then you might see where to go next, okay? What do you know about sine? What is that? What is the sine of theta equal to, like, conceptually? Don't remember. Okay. Do you remember this? So ka toa. Remember this? Yes. Okay. Well, what does that mean for sine? What does it mean? Opposite of hypotenuse. Yes. Very good. Yeah. Sine in this case, right, is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay. Do you see how that would be? So for this 30-degree angle, right, which side is the opposite? Which side is the hypotenuse? Opposite is 4. Yes, I agree with that.
Nice.
Opposite is 4. Wait, but what's the hypotenuse? $30? No. 30 is the angle. They want the... Whenever we do things here, Nick, these are all the lengths of sides. They're not angles. 30 degrees is an angle. Okay? It turns out we don't know what this is. No. We don't know what the hypotenuse is. So, this is probably not a good one to use. Okay? Let's see. You already identified, right, that this is the opposite. What would this one be? What side is this? We know this is the hypotenuse. Oh, now he's up. What's up, Nick? Now he's here. Adjacent. Good. Yes. This is the adjacent. Okay. So, whenever I see stuff like this, Nick, I say, like, okay, cool. What do I have? I have an angle, right? That's theta. Nice. What's another thing I have? It's like, oh, I have 4, which is the opposite. What am I looking for? I'm looking for x, which is the adjacent. So I want something that involves theta, the opposite, and the adjacent. This is actually a great way to, like, to solve any problem, is look at what you're given, what you're trying to figure out, and see if there's an equation that has all of those things. So which equation, Nick, has a theta, an opposite, and an adjacent in it? Cosine? Well, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So it has the adjacent part. That's cool. But it doesn't have the opposite. No. Okay, what's another one? What's the other one in the SOHCAHTOA trio? The thruple. Tangent. Yes. Tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. This is probably the one we want to use. Right? Because it's got all 3. It's got my theta. It's got my opposite. It's got my adjacent. Cool. Yeah, rad. Nice, dude. Okay. So now what you do is you set it up, right? So I'm going to write tangent. Tangent of what? Tangent of what? Ugh. Tangent of 4 over x. No. It's got to be tangent of an angle. This is going to be tangent of 30 degrees is equal to, yes, 4 over x. Opposite over adjacent. Yeah, you got to write tangent of something. You can't just say tangent. It's got to be tangent of something. Tangent of the angle. Good. Okay. So then how do I rearrange this to get to x? I would like to solve for x. How do I rearrange this to solve for x? Hot. Ugh. How do we solve for x, Nick? I forgot inverse. No. We use inverse tan if x was inside here, but it's not. We're just trying to get to x. Imagine we have this. Imagine I have this, Nick. Imagine I have, I don't know. 3 is equal to 6 over x. Okay? Do you know how to solve for x here? How would I get x? Times 6. Common mistake. It's okay. But look, if you multiply by 6, now this becomes 18 is equal to 36 over x. You just made things more complicated. Right? That doesn't do anything. Oh, what the fuck, lol? Yeah. Yeah, not good. Let's try it again. You're on the right... You do want to multiply by something. I don't think you want to multiply by 6, though. What do you multiply? What the fuck is wrong with my brain? Innate braining? Yeah, dude, no. Dude, this is your brain, dude. We're trying to brain it. Get back, brain. Come on, brain. Okay, Nick. Let's try this. Look what happens if I multiply by x. Okay, let's multiply both sides by x. Do you see how these two things cancel out? Right? Times x divided by x. This goes away. So then you're just left with 3x is equal to 6. Uh-huh. Yes. Anytime the variable is on the bottom, just multiply it. Multiply by it on both sides. Yes. And then you could get... Okay. Let's do the same thing here. Same strategy. What are we going to do? Brew, it's okay, dude. At least you're trying. It's important to try, dude. Multiply by x. Good, yes. Multiply by x. Multiply by x. Good. So now I have x tangent of 30 degrees is equal to, these two are going to cancel, is equal to 4. Okay? What's next? Oh, hey, Hypatia. Good to see you, Hypatia.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, Hypatia? How's your day?
I'm waiting to they started the process of giving me a non-salaried appointment.
Oh, nice, dude. Congrats.
That's
They're still paying you. They're still paying you, right? Something?
No, I wanted the visa. This
You-
is
yeah,
only for
You want like an
visa.
H-1B visa or something, right? Yeah, you need a visa for it.
No, for a J1. It
J1,
can
okay.
last for 5 years, so that I finally don't have to worry about any of these.
I'm glad. Because we do not need you going back to communist China, dude. That would not be a good time. Nice. I was telling the students earlier, Hypatia, I got an interview with Khan Academy to do physics content for them, which might help out with some of our...
cool.
Yeah, so it might help with some funding things. Because, you know, if I can, show them good stuff there, then maybe I can, start talking to Sal or something. Be like, yo, dude, you want to, maybe fund this nonprofit? You want to send us some money, please?
I thought you wanted to do the brilliant thing.
I did, and I did apply for Brilliant, and I got to the second round of interviews, and then I didn't get past that. I think they were looking for someone more with a computer science background, because they wanted to make computer science content, and I don't have a formal computer science background. This Khan Academy position is specifically physics content, which I most definitely have a formal physics background. So
Yeah,
so we'll
so
see.
you kind of encountered the same kind of situation I was in.
yeah,
They
you
want
know, I
the
always
papers.
yeah,
They,
it's just
they don't want you to.
they don't want us based on our abilities and aptitude. They sometimes kind of stop looking at what are your certifications, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, this is why I do say this to the kids. You know, they're like, "Oh, why do I go to college? Like, I'm not going to learn anything that's useful or blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Yes, but you get a piece of paper at the end, and that piece of paper helps open up a lot of doors. Because if you have a college degree, some places just straight up won't even look at your resume if you don't have a college degree. They'll just be like, "No, we just can't do it." It's unfortunate because I know some people who are absolutely brilliant, didn't go to college, and are like way more qualified, but because they don't have a college degree, they can't really get jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kind of in that boat, right? Do you not have like a formal degree, right, Hypatia? You don't have like a formal thing, right? Yeah. But you're brilliant. Like, you know a ton about math and stuff. Like, you know more than I know about math. That's all good. All right, let's see. Next question. Right now I'm teaching just simple trig stuff. This is wait, I gotta remember what the tangent of 30 degrees is. Have you seen any of the other math streamers? Have you popped in on E to the Pi I? His name is Zach. Zach has like his real analysis class. Good. Yeah, those guys. I feel like those guys are more at your level of math knowledge and stuff, and probably a lot of fun for you to kind of. They go over some things that like I can kind of understand, but again, I'm not that high up in terms of like real analysis and like algebraic topology, and I just don't know any of that stuff. So I'm glad you got. I'm glad we introduced you to the those groups of people, because I feel like those people at least like give your brain a little bit of a workout, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Nick. Okay, here we go. Tangent of 30 degrees. If this is 30 degrees, this is going to be 1/2. This is going to be the square root of 3 over 2. And so the tangent is this over this. So it's 1/2 over the square root of 3 over 2, which is going to be 1 over the square root of 3. So this whole thing becomes 4 over 1 over the square root of 3, which is equal to 4 square root of 3. Okay? I went a little quick there, but like this, you could also just plug in a calculator. So watch. You can kind of do this way, right? So I could say 4 divided by the tangent of 30, and that's going to end up... Oh, yo, thanks for the follow, dog. Oh, we're up to 734. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's dope.
Do you think we'll hit 1,000 by June? I think 1,000 by June would be a cool little goal, right? Be cool to hit 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, 4 over tangent of 30 is this, but look at this. 4 squared of 3 is also the same thing, right? Oh, I don't need the parentheses here. Also 6.928. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's how you find x, okay? That's what this would end up being 4 squared of 3. And then if you want to figure out this one, I'll leave you to do that one on your own. That's the same thing. It's a different triangle, except now you're using 60 degrees. Cool? Nice. Awesome. Great. Good job.
That's dope.
1,000 followers by June? Yeah, that'd be fucking sick. Nice. Lauer V. Of course I follow. We're talking about math. Yes. Yo, if you like math, there are a lot of other really cool math streamers that we work with. They're my friends. There you go. Go follow all of them. They're all dope. So, Danny Highway does similar, like, tutoring stuff. He's very cool. Ian Stuckey, also very cool math tutoring stuff. These guys do, like, more higher level math. I tend to do middle school, high school, and, like, some intro college. I can go up to, like, Diffie Q. Diffie Q is, like, where I, like, kind of top out. But they do, like, real analysis, complex analysis, all sorts of, like, really cool stuff. E to the Pi I is actually running a real analysis course on his... You would love E to the Pi I. He's running a real analysis course on his Twitch. I think he meets, like, 2 or 3 times a week. And they just do a walkthrough of a real analysis course. It's very cool. But yeah, and then Penn Center, we love Penn Center. Penn Center's an OG. And then Don Does Math, also another very great math tutor. He plays a lot of video games too. Yeah, I searched for so long. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I put them on our... We have like... I made like a better... I finally upgraded my Twitch's... What do they call it? Like the panel or something? Let me turn this off so we're not like... we're going to see ourselves so many times. Infinity Dr. Gold. But yeah, I created all this stuff to hopefully like kind of help out to... Because I saw other streamers had this stuff and I was like, okay, I should do this. So yeah, that's our... These are all our partners and whatnot. They're very cool people. We love them. Yep. Cool. Bum, 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 bum. All right, good job. I actually need this. I needed this because I'm going to redo all my math from this year to study for my final test. That's 4 hours, half ELA and half math. Okay. Yeah, Nick, if you have a practice exam for that, like, please go through it. If you have anything that doesn't make sense, bring those questions to the stream. That's the best way to use this stream to help you. You don't have a what's the exam you have to take? Can you give me the name of the exam? All I have is what I have done. But yeah, what's the name of the exam you got to take? Is some like end of the, what is it? You're in New Jersey, I think, right? Or New York? Where are you in? Well, go look it up. Deba, can you do mine? Yes, Deba, I can do yours real quick. And then Equity, I'll do yours. Is that cool? All right, let's do Deba's real quick. Because Deba's isn't too difficult to go through. Well, it's not too difficult for me. Maybe difficult for you. I don't care. I don't know where to find it because they give me an email for it. I don't know. Use Google, dog. Or you want to let me know? Like, go ask your mom. Go ask your mom, like, what test you got to take. Okay. All right. We're going to do this. And then, what is Equity's question? Ooh, I like Equity. I like yours. Parabolas? Yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to do that. Yeah, go look through your emails, dog. You got it. Okay, Deba, what's up? We have 36x. 36x is equal to 3. Is this 396? Yeah, 396. This is actually... So I'm going to show you how to do this without a calculator. You don't need a calculator for this. If you want to learn here, Deba. I'm in New Jersey, but the school's in Florida. Give me the name of the school. Yeah. Okay. So, Deba, to do this one, right? If we're trying to solve for x here, the best thing would be to just divide this by 36, right? Divide by 36. It is. It is, right? And that's just x is equal to 396 over 36, which is, it's kind of difficult, right? It's kind of difficult to do that, right? You would think you need a calculator for this one, but I'm going to show you why you don't, okay? So, here's what I'm going to do. What do I know that 10 times 36 is? This should be easy. Do you know what 10 times 36 is? Like, what happens when I multiply something by 10? 360. Yeah, just add the 0, right? This thing just comes over here. This is 360. Okay. Do you see how, like, we're kind of close to 396, right? Like 10 times 36 gets us pretty close. Gets us to 360. 10 times 36, 360. Close to 396. How much more do I need to go in order to get to 396? It is going to be 11. The reason for that is, okay, I need another 36, right? Another 36. Just a single one, right? Because look at this. If I add these, right? 360 plus 36 will get me the 396, okay? Which means it's the same thing as 10 of them plus 1 of them, which is 11 times 36 is equal to 396. So then, right, 396 divided by 36 is equal to 11, and you're done. Yeah, you're very welcome, dude. Good job, Deebs. All right, Equity, let me help you out. Let's do it. And then what, Taco, you want to go next or something? I do got to run at some point. I'm from France, by the way. Can you tell me what is math level at high school in America? Okay. That can go anywhere from algebra. Algebra is usually like the level for 9th grade up to calculus, which will be like junior or senior year. And then in between that, Lauer, we have, you know, pre-calculus, algebra 2, and geometry. Those are usually the courses that are taken at the high school level. So, what my trajectory was, yeah, good night, Diva. My trajectory was, you Here, I'll label out the grades that I did. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Okay. All right. So 7th grade, I did algebra. 8th grade, I did geometry. 9th grade, I did algebra 2. 10th grade, I did pre-calc. 11th grade, I did calculus BC. And then 12th grade, I took statistics. So that was my math trajectory throughout the grades. This is kind of advanced. Most students will start here in 9th grade. So they may only get up to pre-calc. How do I remember all that? Because I teach a lot of math. I know what grade I took what math. Yeah. I know. It's a progression. It's very easy to know the progression. Okay. Equity, let's do yours. Where's my boy? Yeah, all right. What's up? Which one you need help with, Equity? I mean, we can maybe do all of them, but pick, like, the hardest one you need help with. He says all! Because new topic. Okay, fine. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is very similar, actually, to what Nika was asking earlier. Okay. So let's look at what a parabola is, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Equity, were you watching earlier in the stream when I literally did this question with Nika? Like this was me. We literally did this question. This was doing it with the intercepts. Did you follow along with this? Like she had basically the same question. So you find the equation of the in this case a quadratic function. How this one is written will end up being a parabola. Yeah, you're welcome, Laura. She was something else. God damn it, Nick. We gotta work on y'all. The second you hear a female on the internet, you wonder why they're scared. Yeah, family quadratic functions. Yeah, well, these are called conic sections, is what these are. These are conic sections. That's really what these are. They're conics. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Yeah, but I mean this because a parabola is one of the conic sections. It's the same. It's literally the same. Equity. Okay, but here we go. All right. Has these x-intercepts, right? Okay. When something has intercepts, right? That means that y. Oh, another follow. Nice. 734. We're going up.
That's dope.
Okay. When something has x-intercepts, right? That's what I explained here with Nika here, right? Let's say, for instance, you have x minus a, x minus b, like in factored form. That means that when x is equal to a, it will cross the x-axis. And then when x is equal to b, it will also cross the x-axis. Does that make sense, Equity? Oh, did you not? Oh, you didn't. Yeah, sorry. Let me give you your weekly question. Thank you, Nick. You're good. I assumed you did. Okay, cool. So then what am I going to write here when the x-intercepts are -4 and 3? Y is equal to something, right? What are we going to do for here? Good. Yes. Good. So you have x minus -4. So that's going to be x plus 4. And then good. You have x minus 3. Agreed. Okay, cool. So that's this. Okay, but then what about this point, this part? It has to pass through 2 comma 7, right? That means, again, there's going to be some A out front here. There's going to be some multiplier that affects this thing. Okay? Such that 2, 7 is a point. Yes. You substitute the 2 for both. Yeah, very good. Very good, Equity. Yeah, you got it, dog. Yeah. So, what we're going to do, right? I'm going to make this thing a 2. I'm going to make this thing a 2. And I'm going to make this thing a 7. Right? The y is 7. So now I get that 7 is equal to A times 6 times negative 1. So 7 is equal to negative 6A. Right? What does that mean A is equal to? Good. 7 divided by negative 6. I would say that A is equal to negative 7/6. We usually don't put the negative on the bottom. No. Just like a convention. So, yes, this would be A. So, now, when you want to write this out, right, this is just going to be negative 7/6 times all of this. And that's factored form, because these are the factors, right? Nice. Okay. I assume you can do part B. It's the same thing. Okay, let's look maybe at part C, because part C is different. Yeah, you're very welcome, Nick. Yeah, let me help you out more with stuff. Okay, this is the same too. Let's do this one, because this is the one I did with Nika. I did this one basically. This is a good one. Okay. This is actually this is almost exactly the same question. This is very good. Here, this will be a good like refresher. Equity. Okay. All right, factored form. But do you see how these are the intercepts? So what does that plus minus mean? Like, what are the intercepts? Bum, 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 bum. Equity. Yes, good. 1 minus root 2 and 1 plus root 2. Good. Very good. I agree with that. Good. So if you want to write this out, right? This is going to be, let's write in black, sorry. This is y is equal to, right? This is going to be x minus the first root, right? Which is going to be the whole thing. It's going to be 1 minus root 2. This is the important thing, though, right? Make sure you put a parentheses around this, because this whole thing is coming down into here. Because the minus sign is going to hit both things. And then this is going to be x minus 1 plus root 2. Okay. And then additionally, there's going to be an A on the outside here, Equity. We're going to solve for that later. Yes, you do. You do have to simplify for it. Well, first of all, they want it in standard form. This is x squared plus x plus something. Well, I'm sorry, it's ax squared plus bx plus c. This is factored form. And also, like, I don't have this. I don't have a yet, right? And also, if I were to plug an x into this, like, this is gonna get super ugly. Like, you don't want to deal with this. So yeah, let's make it simpler. We're gonna make it simpler. Watch. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna distribute this minus sign to everything. Okay. So that means that this minus is gonna make this, right, a minus 1. Right, minus 1, but minus minus is plus. So this is going to be a plus. Minus 1 minus plus is now going to be minus. Okay? So now, here's what I want you to see here, Equity. This is y is equal to A. And then this is going to be, I'm going to group this together. I'm going to say, look at this. This is x minus 1 plus the square root of 2 times x minus 1 minus the square root of 2. Okay. What do I know about this? What happens when I have something plus something times something minus something? It's like a plus b times a minus b. What does that become? Root 2 turns into 2. Yeah, it will. But then what's going to happen with this? What's going to happen? What is it going to become? Oh, thank you. I do need to hydrate. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Lauer, yes, dude. Thank you for making me drink some water. Need a refill. Okay, Equity, do you understand how that next step happens? Do you know why that happens? W hydrate. It does? Okay, cool. All right. Okay. If you understand that next step, then all we gotta do, right? Plug in a point. What is it? 2, 4? Cool. Got the point 2, 4. Plugging it in for x, right? That's going to get y is equal to a. 2 minus 1 squared minus 2. And then this is going to become 4. Right? So 4 is equal to a. 2 minus 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So you get a is equal to negative 4. Now y is equal to negative 4 x minus 1 squared minus 2. This is technically done, but it's not in standard form. Okay? To get it into standard form, I now need to expand this and start like grouping some terms. This is going to become x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then we have minus 2. And then it's all times minus 4. So that's going to get you minus 4x squared plus 8x plus 1 minus 2 is negative 1 times negative 4 is going to be plus 4. Right? You see how this is negative 1? And then that times negative 4 gets you plus 4. So this is your final answer. Y is equal to negative 4x squared plus x plus 4. Good. And you're done.
That's dope.
Oh, what's up, Laura? Welcome to the stream. You want to come? You can come up the stage, say hi or something, dude. What's up, Laura? Lauer? It's a fun name.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, dog?
Good, good. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Tell us a bit a bit about yourself. Where are you from? Like, you're from France, I guess, like some part of France.
Yeah, I'm from France. Right now it's about 3 a.m., so I can't speak a bit loud.
Oh, it's okay. I can hear you perfectly fine. You're okay. Don't wake the neighbors, you know.
So, actually, I'm in last year of high school.
Okay,
in
very cool.
France.
Very cool.
And actually, I really love math. Math
Nice.
is like my passion.
That's dope.
It's incredible.
Yeah, math is very cool. What math are you in right now in high school?
Well, it's a bit different from the American system.
Yes.
Actually, we have two subjects that are named math. Actually, one is a bit university that touches university, and we have some typical math. Well, we don't have the distinguishment between
the courses
between yeah.
Okay.
Like we have like a trigonometry, calculus,
yes,
statistics all in one. But I personally think that it's not very consistent.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
You
it.
could see. You could
I
see
see them
the
here on
exam.
Googling. Yeah, I'm Googling like what is French math, and they're like, oh, but they study they don't really like separate them. They kind of go through everything.
Yeah, that's it.
That's very cool. So have you done any like calculus? Have you done like derivatives, integrals, series?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Well, integrals are like this year, and
Okay.
derivatives like we did that last year.
Nice. Yeah, so you're gonna learn some fun things like integration by parts, trig substitution.
I did that by myself.
Oh,
actually.
nice. Oh, you self studies too. That's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. Yeah, you just love math. Well, then, yeah, good. I sent you all those links of all those math guys, right? If you want to get into like some really high level math. Also, there's another person you'll see on the stage here. Their name is Hypatia, and they live in New York, and they're I guess a lecturer or adjunct professor. What's your title, Hypatia? What do you do? What should I call you to the students?
Just visiting scholar, I guess.
Visiting scholar. He's a visiting scholar.
Or
His
exchange scholar, like
uncle
that's
is
the
very
formal
famous. Your uncle is very famous in math. What was his name? Sorry.
title. Yeah. Yitang Zhang, Yitang Chang.
Zang. Or Yitang. Y-I, is that what it is? Yitang. Oh, here we go. Yes. So this is Hypatia's uncle, who has a fucking MacArthur Fellowship. That's dope. Like, yes.
Yeah, well, he hates me, so.
He hates you? Oh
no! Because of something I said a long time ago, which I'm very sorry for.
It's okay. You wrote an apology letter to him. It's okay. We all make mistakes. I make mistakes every Saturday, dude. But yeah, sorry, get back, Laura. So Hypatia is also kind of like a self-studied math person, but at a much higher level. Hypatia speaks in languages I can't even understand sometimes. Yeah. So if you ever have any like advanced math questions, Hypatia's DMs are always open. Like if you ever want to ask like what should I look at next, or how like should I get into Hypatia, I think what's your specialty, Hypatia? Is it algebraic topology?
Algebraic geometry.
Algebraic geometry. Okay, yeah. So if you ever want to know about like how to get into that,
is it theory and also
is it like groups and everything?
Yeah, like, is it like groups?
Is it groups and everything? Groups.
Yes, but also like for example, the groups are like if you only study groups themselves, then it's a very deep topic in itself. For example, you might already know the grand classification of all finite simple groups. That's the it's a 10,000 pages long proof.
10,000 pages.
So, yeah, but for algebraic geometers, for example, we sometimes study groups internal to some categories of algebraic geometric interests. For example, schemes or algebraic spaces. Like everybody uses groups because they are very very elegant. When you are talking about symmetries, when you are talking about actions. But
I see.
I don't particularly study groups on itself. I study algebra groups, which are groups.
Do you study? Well, I have the names in French because I study in French. But,
yeah, you can read it or type it. I might know what you're talking about.
In French.
Yeah.
I searched about les corps.
Corps, as in field, corps commutatif. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fields are fields. You might know Évariste Galois, who is the person who invented all these. The person who finished the theory and then went to a duel to die.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know his history.
Oh, I would love to hear that story sometime. That's hilarious. But okay,
I told you multiple times, I think. But yeah.
That man was a genius.
So field theory, they study. You might know Abeli's theorem or Euclidean constructions or those kind of things. That's the original motivation. these days we more or less can globalize it. We study we not only study one residue field, but the entire geometric object built on top of it.
Yeah, I
You
see.
might know. Do you know who Alexander Grothendieck is?
No.
You don't.
What's his name? Alexander Golden what? Sorry? Alexander what?
Alexander Grothendieck. Grothendieck.
Got it right here. This guy. Oh, cool. German mathematician. That's cool. Algebraic geometry.
Well, they spend
No,
the most of their time in France. Just to the south of Paris, there's this place called IHES, Institut.
Des Hautes
I know.
Études
It's very famous in
Scientifiques. Oh, very cool.
Of
This is-
high,
yeah, it's-
high scientific studies.
That's very cool.
Yeah. But actually, it's actually in France. It's not the highest. Well, the
Is
most
that like
prestigious,
École Polytechnique, École or something? What is it? Those they have.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
But there is another school.
Yeah.
Is l'École Normale Supérieure.
Yes. That's another one. That's like Cauchy or.
Oh wow, Cauchy.
Laurent.
That's a big name, Cauchy.
Like those, Cauchy, Laurent, and those people, pioneers from the early days.
The Cauchy Schwarz
used
inequality.
Actually, there is also Galois. Galois
Yeah,
passed
Galois
from,
was also
Germany.
there before
I
he
can't
died.
spell any of these things.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So yes. So yeah. So yes, Laura. Yeah, Hypatia is a great resource. If you ever want to, you can always DM or like do a voice call with him, like on the side. Yeah, please. He's a great resource into like how to get into like further high level math stuff. I'm sure he can recommend some cool books for you and stuff. And then if you ever have questions with the calculus stuff that you're doing, which it sounds like you're not going to need much help, but if you do need help, we do that here on the stream as well.
Yeah. But I will see.
Okay. Very cool.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the server. Have fun. Talk to people, whatnot. And yeah, good to meet you, dude. Yeah. All right, let's see, Taco. Let's do your question, dude. Last one. Yeah? Last question, because then I gotta go. Or wait, I did equities. I did D-Buzz. Oh, what was Wolf Slayer saying? Sorry. Oh, he says, Wolf Slayer says feeling bad right now. Oh, it's all good. Hope you feel better. Okay. I always hate it when students getting sick and stuff. That's all right. Okay. Taco. Where's Taco? Wait, Monkey is Taco Cat. Yes, they're the same person. Yeah. Well, his name used to be Monkey in the Discord, but that's also his Twitch username, so I don't know. If I say Monkey, his name is also Taco Cat. All right, compound interest, the modern problem of American finance. You change it when you feel like it. It's okay. Okay, cool. All right. Compound interest. Very good. Okay. Do you know what compound interest is, Taco Cat? Do you know what compound interest is? Have you heard of it? What have you heard about compound interest before? He says, yeah. Yeah, where have you heard it? Compound interest is the way to get rich. It is one way to get rich, for sure. It's also a way to get poor. It's like you either make compound interest on savings, which aren't really that good. The rates usually aren't that good. Or you get kind of screwed by compound interest with credit cards, which is very bad. We learned it in 6th grade, but I forgot. Okay, it has something to do with money. Yes, okay. How it works is, let's say, for instance, that I give you Taco. Let's say I give Taco $100. Okay. Like, I let you borrow it. I say you can have this $100, Taco. But every month, the amount that you owe me is going to be 10% off of what I loaned you. Okay. So this is a loan. Yeah, you have to pay me back on this loan. Like, I'm giving you $100, but you got to pay me back, right? But as like a cost for you holding on to it, I'm going to charge 10% interest. This is a high interest rate. This is, like, you don't really want this in life. Okay. Yeah. All right. So he says, "Oh, yeah, okay." So after the first month, Taco, right? Let's say after month 1. How much money do you owe me? So at month 0, I owe you $100, right? How much do I owe you after month 1 if there's a 10% interest on it? $110. Very good. How did you get that 110? How did you do that? Did you do like 10% of 100, which is equal to 10? Magic, yeah. Yeah, okay. 10% is 10, right? And then you added it to 100, right? Very good. So do you see how this was like 0.1 times 100 plus 100? Mm-hmm. We could also write this. Oh, here, we'll get to it later. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's 110. All right. Okay, what about after month 2? How much do you owe me after month 2 if you still haven't paid me back? There's a couple steps to this. 120? Yeah, you would think 120. You're right. Because you would think, oh, it's only 10% of the original 100 that you gave me. But, That's simple interest, Monkey. This is compound interest. The reason why it's called compound interest is because it compounds on itself. Because you not only owe me 10% of the 100 I let you borrow, but you also owe me 10% of the extra $10. It's 121. Yes, exactly. Because now that's 10% of 110 plus 110. So good. Yeah, so that ends up equaling 121. Right? Yeah. Okay. We should start seeing a formula here. All right? So let's look. Let's look at what this is. Okay. So, because you kind of want it to be like a single number, right? So after month 1, right, the amount you owe is 0.1 times 100 plus 100. This is the same thing as 0.1 times 100 plus 1 times 100, which you can factor out the 100. And this is going to be 100 times 1.1. Or we're going to write it like this. 1.1. So it's 1 plus 0.1, which is the same thing as 100 times 1.1. Cuber says, what I never get is how they calculate your return per year, because 30% down and 40% gain a year doesn't exactly equal 10% total gain, right? In what context, sorry? 30% down and 40% gain? Give me an example of that, Cuber, exactly what that is. Yeah. Do you understand this, Monkey? Do you understand how the amount you owe is 1.1 times 100? Oh, if stock drops 30%, then it goes back up 40%. Well, okay, that depends on what you're measuring it relative to. So here, I'm gonna show you one sec. Little quick stock example. Let's look, for instance, at the price of Bitcoin. Okay, so in this case, Bitcoin's at 57,000, which, wow, that's quite high. I thought it was at like 50. Okay, Bitcoin's high. All right. So that says that it's down $250, which is 0.44% today. That means it's down 0.44% from what it was yesterday. That's why we have here this meter. Okay, so that's how Bitcoin has evolved today. Let's see how it evolves in the last 5 days. Okay, in the last 5 days, it's up 12%. So it's all based on like relative to where your starting point was. So compared to 5 days ago, Bitcoin is actually up. Bitcoin is up 12%. Yeah, there's a big I don't know what happened here on Monday, but holy shit, that's a big jump. 50k to 57k? Yeah, look, that's a 12% gain. That's huge. That's huge, right? Okay. But now let's look in the last month. Okay, in the last month it's even more. In the last month it's up 35% because it went from 42,000 earlier up to 57,000, right? Let's look in the last 6 months. Last 6 months it's up 117%. It's almost doubled. Bitcoin was down at 27, now it's up at 56. Okay. But then let's look at like the 5 year. Okay. This is actually cool. So in the last 5 years, or here, last 1 year, Bitcoin's still up. Last 5 years, it's up 1,000%. But yeah, if we were to compare it to, for instance, from 2021, it's actually down, right? Because back in 2021, it was up to 64,000. It's now only at 56,000. So yeah, in this regard, you say Bitcoin's actually down compared to that year. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to go to it, look at this. The all-time max, dude. I mean, Bitcoin used to be like a couple $100, and now it's like 50. So it's up 17,000%. Yes. So that's cool. That's cool. Bitcoin's back up to almost its all-time high. Good for them. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, it's just random digital currency. I don't. Okay, Cuber says, but in some regards, when it's down, it can be up because of inflation. No. If it's up, it can be down. It will never be. It will never be up because it's down. That would be deflation. Inflation means that the value of your dollar gets worth less. Okay, so an example of inflation, Cuber, is we've seen it. I was talking about it with milk today. Milk used to be $3. Like $3 used to buy a gallon of milk. Now it takes $5 to buy a gallon of milk. So what has happened is the value of my money, the dollars I have, is less. Like each dollar buys me less milk. It used to be that $3 would buy me a whole gallon of milk. Now $3 won't buy me a whole gallon. It'll only buy me like part of a gallon. So that's called inflation. And that happens naturally. Inflation is natural. There's a natural rate of inflation. Recently, there's been an unnaturally high rate of inflation, and that's due to a lot of economic factors and wars and whatever. But yeah, how come V-Bucks haven't inflated? They have. If you look, well, I mean the conversion price has. Okay, V-Bucks, right, for 1,000 used to only be it used to only be $8, and now it's $9. So it has gone up. Yeah, there is inflation. If you're talking about within the store, like, why don't things in the Fortnite store get more expensive? I don't know. I don't think they actually want to build inflation into the Fortnite store. I think they just increase the dollar price on the back end. Yeah. So yeah, no, prices have gone up for sure. Anyways, okay, so here's what we see, Monkey. See after 1 month, it's 100 times 1.1. This is like it's 110%, right? Because it's 100%. That's what you owe plus an additional 10%. Okay. Now let's look after 2 months. Do you see how it's going to be 110% of my new total, right? My 110. But let's remember that my 110 from before was this. So it's 1.1 times 1.1 times 100, right? This amount, let me put it right here. So this amount right here, right? That came from here. Yeah, that's good. So then after 3 months, right? Right? Now it's another 110% of this amount, 1.1 times 1.1 times 100, right? Because now it's all of this. Or all of this is now all of this. You see that? Yeah. So what's happening is you should notice a pattern. This is a very cool thing in math. We see a pattern where the amount that I owe, right, is equal to 1.1 to the n times 100. Okay? This is like, for instance, this is the amount owed after n months. Okay? It's equal to this. And if you want to break that up, well, then the amount, no, we wouldn't need to square root it. We'd have to, like, nth root it, right? You can't just square root, because look, after 4 months, this is, like, to the fourth power, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So, and then how they end up writing this, they say this is 1 plus, they say, like, the APR, the interest rate, or we can say interest, we can say rate, to the n times 100. That's compound interest. I can get to more complicated things where we do stuff that's compounded monthly, stuff that's compounded weekly. That's a little more complicated. We can do it in another lesson. Let's just do this one for now. So yeah, that's how it works. Okay, so here's a good question. So compound interest can work to help you too. Oh, thanks for the follow, dude. Wow, we've had a lot of follows today. Isn't interest calculated every year? Yeah. So equity, what you're talking about is even more complicated compound interest. So let me get the equation for that. It's this form. No. This is like not so simple compound interest. So this is called the principal. And actually it's pretty simple, right? So this is like the initial amount. And what this has to do, the difference here, guys, is this has to do with how often the interest is compounded. So it means how often do I re-add the amount I owe back into what I'm trying to pay? Like do I re-add in the interest? Yes. So usually compound interest, I think, is compounded like quarterly or yearly, and that's where like the n comes in here. So this is like the same equation, but all they do here is they put like a over n, and then they put a t, where this is like the amount of times per year that something is compounded, and then this is the amount of time that something is compounded for. I'll let you. It was really cool. Thanks, dude. Yeah, nice, dude. Yes. So that's that's how this is the more. But all it does is it just changes this a little bit. It just changes how often it's compounded. Yeah. So let's give a sample question here, Monkey. Let's say like because compound interest can work in your favor. You can put stuff in a savings account and it will start to grow, right? So if you have 100K low with 10%, then you pay 10K after 1 year. You still have to pay 100K or 110K. You would have to pay 110K. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to pay 110 after the first year if it's compounded yearly. Actually, this is good. Let's work out the difference here. Okay, let's say right that APR is equal to 10%, right? And then let's say it's compounded yearly. And yeah, let's say you borrowed 100K. So, according to this formula, right, the amount you owe, that's A. A is always the amount you owe equity. This would be equal to 100,000. Principal is the amount you start with. And then it's times 1 plus the interest rate as a decimal, which is 0.1. Number of years it's compounded, that's 1 time per year it's compounded, which is then 1 time for n, and then the years would be 1 time. Right? It's so nothing's ever compounded once. It's compounded annually because every year it's compounded. Yeah. That's a good question, actually. Let me see. How often are bank loans compounded? Yes, or they use monthly. Savings accounts are compounded daily. Wow. Well, let's look at the difference. Yeah, I guess well, this is why you have to do the math. You have to do the math. Like when you go to get a loan, you have and I've done this before. When I bought like my first car, I started running this and I was like, okay, they're giving me this interest rate, but how often is it compounded? Like because they will try to fuck with you here to get the most money out of you, and you have to do the math and be like, okay, how much am I going to actually end up owing, right? Like how much am I going to end up paying? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is where it's cool. Okay. So, let's make this interesting. Let's say like after 5 years. Let's say you get a 10% loan on $100,000 and you got to pay it back in 5 years, okay? And you're going to do that with something that's compounded yearly, right? Okay, so now the time is 5. Right? And now we can calculate this, right? So this is 100,000 times 1 plus 0.1, so that's 1.1 to the 5th. Okay? So let's calculate what that comes out to be. So that's 100. 1, 2, see. 100, 1, 2, 3 times 1.1 to the 5th. Okay, so you would end up owing 161K, right? So that's $161,051, right? So after 5 years, you almost owe half of what you already borrowed. Yeah, this is why loans will screw you, dude. Yeah, okay. Now let's say it was compounded monthly, okay? If something is compounded monthly, right, that means that N is going to be equal to 12. So now this is 100,000 times 1 plus 0.1 over 12, and then it's 12 times 5, right, which is 60. Okay? Would interest rate still be 10%? Yes, I think so. Maybe that has to do with, like, effective APR. Again, I'm not a full finance guy, so I don't know the exact technical terms. But let's just say you're offered 2 loans, right? And then one says it's this compounded monthly, and then one says it's this compounded whatever at a different percentage. This is how you could figure out what the amounts are. Okay. Oh, that's not very much at all. What? Is that right? Yeah. Let me make sure I did that right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if this is compounded monthly, then it's not very much at all. Like what? That's just 1,000. That's $100,000 and one. That's nothing. Yeah. So monthly interest rates are cheaper. Well, in this case, yeah, definitely, yeah. Look at this. You only paid $1. Really? Is that right? How does that work? Wait, let's talk about 1 plus interest rate. Number of times compounded per year. Yeah, it's going to be a small number. And then, yeah, it's to the 60. Yeah. Yes. So, yeah. If something's compounded monthly, it's going to be a lot less. But I don't think they usually do that. Yeah. Cool. But, yeah, this is I think most things. And then there's, like, continuously compounded and whatnot. Which is a whole other thing. So, yes. Cool. All right, good question, Monkey. I like that one. That does make sense because banks want to get a lot of money and they do monthly compounds. Do they? They must put a much higher interest rate then. If it's compounded monthly. I agree that it's kind of strange. But I mean, if you look at the math here, right? Okay. If you increase this, right? Then this fraction goes down, right? And then this goes up. But you know, it's going to be a much lower number. Instead of this being 1.1, it's like 1.001 to the 60th. I just searched it. It says they can do it. They can do a lot. So let's see. Let's find an example one. I'm fine with that. Let's find an example one. Example loan from bank math. Whatever. Yeah, that's payment. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, I don't understand this stuff. Amortization tables. Amortization. Yeah, this is... If you want to, like, understand how much you're paying, how much of it goes to the interest, and how much it goes to the balance, yeah. Yeah, you usually make monthly payments, but I think the interest is compounded annually. Credit cards. What? This is cool. I like all this stuff. Oh, this is OpenStax. Yeah, this is all real great, like, financial literacy stuff. Here, I'm going to put this in the chat. Y'all should run through this. There's a lot of good stuff here. Yes. Yeah, I like this, yeah. Because then there's... I still don't understand this. I don't understand this, like, like, how much is due, like, how much, like... I still don't... Like, why do I owe a balance now when I didn't owe a balance later? Yeah, y'all should go, like, read this. This would probably help you out a lot. Would probably help me out. I should honestly read it myself. Because, yeah, it explains, like, how billing cycles work, too. Which is interesting. Okay, cool. All right, I think that's all the questions today. All right, nice. Well, Ethan, you just posted yours? Oh, man. I can't read this. I'm tired. Ethan, let me do yours tomorrow. Sorry, I gotta go teach another student. Okay, cool. All right, thank you, everyone, for coming to office hours. Appreciate seeing all you guys. Thank you again to all our subscribers, our donators, our Discord boosters. All you guys are dope. I appreciate all your questions. Yeah. Okay, so the next stream will be tomorrow. That's going to be Wednesday at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come by there to get more help with your homework, hang out, chat, and stuff. Yeah, find the name of your test, Nick, please. And then we won't do an AMA this Friday because again, I got to get stuff ready for that Khan Academy interview. But I promise we'll have a super special, awesome guest next Friday. I've already talked to her and she agreed to come on. So y'all be nice to her, please. Be on your best behavior. But yeah, so come on by then. And we will see you on Wednesday.